So it's a novelization of my experiences with Quentin Tarantino on the psychic frontier, right? We're in the middle of like the pinnacle of the Rhapsody now, right? That he led me to believe that Anastasia was interested in putting on Hamlet with his daughter Eliza as Ophelia, right? That I had to get from LA to New York. It was all an elaborate ruse to get me out of town so he could go ha 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 ha. And then I would say, oh my gosh, he's so mean, bang. Right? Right? And so why do I say that? Right? What I mean is that Quentin and the people around him, right, less so the women in his life, right, but Quentin too, right, that they have engendered a pathological condition in our psyches, right, that we all live as a hive mind where our every thought is filtered through the other, right, that this is not, right, that's not a maybe, right, that's a guarantee, that's what's occurring. Right? So, I suppose I'll stop. There's no need to go on and on. This is what I'll say about it, right? Why did he involve a woman, right? Why did he involve the heart, right? Why did he do these things, right? When he could have just, right, pay me nothing. Right? He has all the money in the world, right? He has everything he could ever want, right? But he didn't have my mind. He has it now. We all have each other's mind, right? That it's a sick condition, right? We're a celestial hive mind right now, all of us, right? Right? He did what he did, right? Because, right? He told me that I should name my novel Building a Coven, right? Because he has a coven of witches, Daniela, and the other one, Badass Cinema, right? Gold skin, great legs, right? And he gets his jollies, right, by putting them on men, right? You keeping up here? And then watching them, right, remote viewing through the mind's eye. That's why he did it, right? That Quentin pimps out his wife, right? Pimps out that other girl, who's younger, whatever her name may be, right? And says, right, oh, you're not fucking them, you're fucking me. Right? And then he watches through the mind of the men. That's how he gets his jollies. Right? Which is pretty fucking weird, you ask me. Pretty fucked up, you ask me. Right? But it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying right now? Right? That he, right? That they were burying my mind in a bunch of bullshit, right? Like more than anyone else could ever possibly handle. Right? Right? Under the, right, assumption that they would get me to put my dick in my hand. Right? And they failed. Right? And while that's not completely true, right? We're getting there in the novel, right? But it's not true in the way they wanted it to be, right? It's all there in the novel. Right? So, right? Quentin says, oh no, you're not fucking them, you're fucking me. That's, right? And then he watches through their eyes. And what I'll say about that, right, being a savage psychic medium myself, is that if I had done everything that he asked, right, and I was banging it out, right, as soon as I felt him, I would have pulled out and said, nah, this is fucking weird, right, this is fucking weird. But Leo DiCaprio's a fucking jackass, isn't he? Right? That none of these guys, right, that they all submit to him, that's the point, right? Brad Pitt don't know shit about remote viewing. Right? So they say, oh, okay, sure, yeah, like, oh, she's so fine. God damn, she's so fine. You sure about that, Quentin? Right? And the two of them, right, that it's, right? What's his son's name again? right? So, right? Is it true? Is it not true? It's definitely true, right? I'll let someone else ask him. I'll let Scott Feinberg ask him when he gets his Lifetime Achievement Award, right? Uplift your soul to God. See what's good in your life. Know that life was not an accident, right? Life emerges out of an abstract intellectual principle, right? The dignity of which allows all of manifested life to proliferate and flourish forever. All instances of clairvoyance and psychic phenomenon is the mind of the adept tapping into the non-locality of the conscious field which exists perpetually in a state of rest in every cubic centimeter of space. Right? The highest levels of said expression see the adept behaving like God. Right? So you can heal the sick, right? Right? And you can pimp your wife out to fuck other men while you watch through their eyes. Like, comment, subscribe, share. God bless.